What's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I am Jenna X, and I am joined with the one and only Dirk Shepins, the founder of Expector. And oh my God, it's been a minute. So thanks for coming on, hanging out.
Yeah, it's been a while, you know. I have a pretty sad announcement, by the way. With deep regrets, we are announcing that we are shutting down all operations as we failed to achieve our goals, and we are closing down business.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. April
Well,
Fools!
yeah, it's a statement that a bunch of people probably with no idea how to build or run a project want to hear. But sorry, mates, you're gonna put up with us cockroaches. Happy 1st of April.
You will not die. I love it. I love it. So I want to jump into like everything that you've been building. Like it's been like a year since we've spoken. I've seen you on a ton of podcasts, spaces, interviews, all of that. So I would love if you just get me a little bit up to speed and what you have going on because I know you've been working hard.
It's a lot. I don't even know where to start, you know. I think that when did we speak last time? I can't even remember. Anyhow, it's, you know, we have been pretty lucky to a certain extent because we have people like you, like Chip and Jeff, like James Rule, like King Solomon, Crypto Ari, all of those people supporting us. And because of our long-term relationship, we can easily contact you guys and get on an interview to do some updates. The most recent updates are that we, of course, have our land minting live somewhere around the holidays. People that purchased their pre-sold land can actually mint them now and start trading them. We are currently working on getting the buildings implemented in Marina City. That's been done manually. There is a form for people that hold land in Marina City and hold buildings to actually put them in. I think that in the next release, we have the first 20 buildings in Marina City. And then we are wrapping up New York region that will go live over, you know, I'm very careful with dates, but that will go live over the next few weeks, hopefully next week, but let's see how the development teams evolve and which problems we might encounter right before we plan to go live. So I think that will be creating lots of excitement. In the meantime, we have sold out our building collection. We have done an airdrop or a free mint of 10,000 avatars for our existing community holders of the Genesis NFTs. Got a 101 free mint, and we partnered up with multiple projects on the XRP Ledger for free mint for their community as well. We have had lots of eyes on us over the past few days as well, from a guy named Ovi, who has a pretty exciting community on the XRP Ledger, focusing solely on NFT projects. He's been partnering with, I think, 20 plus projects as well. And you know, it's interesting because he drives some form of excitement that we actually missed over the past years. And all those partner projects apparently are also interested in using the metaverse platform that we have built and start building, actually. Yeah? We have onboarded over 200 independent builders by now, and lots of them are actually working on stuff. They will become verified builders by Expector. They went through the Access Builders Academy. And now we're probably having a moment where it kicks off and where we will actually be able to populate our world and see some action. Over the past days, we've also seen quite a lot of people in there, more than before. And I think that will only grow over the next few weeks with New York going live and the buildings being in there. So yeah, it's a pretty exciting time. It's been pretty rough as well over the past few months, you know, all kinds of issues that we had to deal with. But despite all that, we kept building. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't disappear, and we keep delivering, generating revenue, and all that stuff, so that's something that I have to thank the team members for, because they have had some personal attacks as well due to the fact that they work for us. And that's really, well, it's a sad situation, but it is what it is. We focus on positivity and showing that we are here and that we keep doing what we have always been doing. One of the cool things, by the way, Jenna, is that lots of those new people that got in, that they actually have lots of experience in the metaverse. Lots of them have been either investors, community members, or builders inside other metaverses. And, the feedback from them is pretty nice. And we have to give a shout out, of course, to First Ledger as well. I think they had the right timing, launching their platform and drawing some new eyes to the XRPL ecosystem, while XRP was moving upwards in the right direction. And I think that they were able to get some new people in the ecosystem, and let's hope that that keeps going. So yeah, it's still a lot of work, but we're keep going.
That was like a lot. That was so many things. So what you're trying to say is, you've been busy. I want to touch on a couple of those topics, but first I want to say hey to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us, and feel free to drop your questions down below. Unfortunately, today we have a shorter show just because of a couple other obligations, but hey, when Dirk asks, he says, think we should do an interview? Heck yeah, let's do it. So we get it in where it fits in. But hey to everybody in the chat, Noah, Jared, Kuv, we see you, French Toaster, Bobby, Crypto Web, what's up, guys? But yeah, feel free if you have questions. I've got Dirk in the hot seat right now, so feel free to ask them. But I did catch that space yesterday, and I want to say I think it's really cool that Ovi is on board. He is extremely skilled at community building, just awesome energy. So I love to see that he's behind this with his community as well. And I would love to, when we have some more time, talk about more of the builders and actually get a chance to talk to them about their experience and see what they're actually building, because I think that would be really fun to show everyone. And to hit back to the attacks, I've seen some of that, and I've got to tell you, I've just started blogging it. You have so much support still from the community. You're still building. You're not going anywhere. Like you said, cockroach, what are you going to do about it? Cannot get rid of you.
No, I think it's Expector has a pretty good track record, and people can dislike me. However, I would recommend everybody to look at what we have built and what we are still building, what we are doing for the ecosystem, running validators, being on the UNL, being a responsible voter on the UNL as well. But yeah, I think that, we try to do lots of things. After First Ledger launched, for example, we had an idea of attracting new eyes to Expector in the meme coin space. So some people launched ATM, all the money. All the money is a very well-known sentence, of course, within the XRPL ecosystem. It refers to Evan Schwartz in 2019, who said on stage, well, what's the goal of Ripple? Well, or what should go through the XRPL? Well, it's all the money. So it's a pretty nice narrative. And with that partnership, we actually were able to create an alliance as well. We brought 40 meme projects approximately together. It's called the All the Memes Alliance. We have the ATM Vault as well. More about that over the next months probably. But it's a huge collab. We have created a TJ group, a Twitter group, and all of those projects actually work together. And that's really nice. It's pretty different than on most chains, and it's a friendly group where people exchange experiences. Project leaders have therapeutic calls, and where people cross-contaminate, so that's pretty cool to see. And with Ovi and his partner projects, we're actually doing similar things. So it's not anymore about me. It's not about Expector. It's about the XRPL ecosystem. And if you look at NFT-related volume, I think that both Xpunks, Kai, shout out to Kai as well, with Bits, of course, and Eden. I think that if you look at NFT-related volume, that them and Expector combined are responsible for somewhere around 60% of all NFT-related volume on the XRP ledger. So
Wow.
partnering up with other projects, bringing those projects inside the Expectorverse, mostly free of charge, by the way. They can get themselves some land or a building, but we are also very willing to accommodate both builders and projects. And those communities come inside the Expectorverse as well. So it's this stage is it's a big, nice marketing vehicle for projects to promote what they're doing, to give instant utility to their NFTs as well, because they can get a token gated building for their community, and so on and so on. So lots of things going on, way too many things to talk about in 30 minutes, but I just wanted to show face and to give a shout out to you and your husband as well, and
Thank you.
show that I'm still alive, you know. But I think you're
You
right.
are.
We should do a metaverse series, and
Yeah.
I've said it to Chip and Jeff in the previous interview as well. I don't think that I should be in there. I think you should do a metaverse series over a couple of days or weeks and
Yeah.
invite. I will get you in touch with some people, and I think you should hear from people that I don't pay, that are
Yes.
completely independent, but that are attracted to what we're doing and actually use the platform and see ways of growing themselves and monetization and stuff. And I shouldn't be the one telling you this, you know. I'm never talk about investing or buy this or buy
Mhm.
that. I
Mhm.
want our community to grow, and I want people to become stakeholder in some form by participating in what we do and building in public and helping each other grow. But I think it's really interesting, and will have multiple perspectives from multiple people. But I think that's very valuable to make people realize the potential that we have. You know?
Oh, a million percent, and people want to hear from the actual builders who, are in your metaverse, hear from them what it's like to build, what are they creating, and definitely to be able to share my platform and give that to them. I think that's going to be really helpful, but very interested in that. Would love if you connected me with some of those builders because that would be really fun. I
You
think
know,
that'd be
and
a
for
good
those
series.
projects, it's also very, very valuable to have somebody like you and Crypto Area or whatever give them exposure, because
Sure.
resources are limited, and
Mhm.
you know, the XRPL ecosystem still has to grow a lot. But I'm very happy to give my spot on your stage to them, because it's super important for us to support them. You know,
Yeah.
because their success is our success. We have no intention of building the metaverse. We have built a solid foundation for a platform, and we will keep building stuff, and we will keep improving. However, everything is tied together, and all of them creating cool ideas and doing crazy shit, you know, that's what makes it interesting. And I'm looking forward to it.
Listen, I've been a day one supporter. Since your first meetup in New York, I have been a day one. I'm riding with Expector till the end. I do have a question though on how to access. So you're technically right now still in beta?
Well, you know, I'm not a developer. And what is a beta, you know? When is it
Well,
done? I think we will be in eternal beta because it's a non-stop development. No, I
okay.
think that there are 8 regions plus Bitmap Island that we will develop initially. And I think that once those are done, it will take a couple of months, and we will release every one of them every couple of months when it's done. You know, lots of people ask me about roadmaps. I've learned a very valuable lesson from Wietse from XRPL Labs, or multiple valuable lessons, by the way. Is one, don't overpay your people, because it will get you into trouble, mostly because they get too spoiled, and then they start expecting all kinds of other things. And then the second thing is, when people ask you when is it done, well, it's done when it's done. If anyone has doubts about our team delivering stuff or getting stuff done, well, just look at what we've done, when we've done it, and when in doubt, don't participate. Turn your back and walk away.
Is it ever really done if you can always build and redesign in the metaverse? I don't feel like it's ever really done.
Well, I think like in gaming, you know, it's constantly evolving. The good thing is that we build with the community and we get feedback, and we are always able to implement new features. One of the next steps, next to the obvious, getting more of the regions live and getting those 3D environments live, is, of course, focus on the Builders Academy, onboarding more builders. And, you know, we will have a pool of hundreds, thousands of builders. Imagine what that is. that could be, focusing on our native marketplace, because we need those people to have an automated form of releasing their 3D assets or their in-game assets, and to be able to sell them to our community. And then AI. I think that the use of AI for in-game non-player characters, for example, but also for the creation of content. I think that in the future we will move, or we will at least see more agent-created content next to user-created content, which is interesting. We have a pretty good relationship recently with Aaron McDonald. Big shout out to him as well from Futureverse. He, of course, or their team got a huge investment from Ripple, building the Root Network, Readyverse, and so on. So I have a meeting with him the 10th of April. He had a look at what we've done, and I got a huge compliment from him as well. And they, for example, they have their altered state machine, which is pretty amazing. We got promised early access to the SDK and to the APIs. So I'm looking forward in more focusing on positivity and collaboration. We have very good contacts with ApeChain. There are some amazing people that are on there as well. We made some great contacts. We have a pretty good relationship with other sites and Yuga Labs. They like what we're doing. And through them, we got in touch with, and I'm doing a lot of name dropping, by the way, my apologies, but it's pretty interesting to check all of those projects out as well. Improbable and M Squared. They are one of the biggest technology providers for other sites regarding streaming of Unreal Engine games and metaverses. I've met them recently in Paris, apologies. And they also have a venture firm, and they invest in projects that use their technology. So people that are still on a Mac and don't have access now to the Expectorverse, well, we are looking into multiple solutions to get you guys in as well. But it's all, I think that people say you have to invest not in coins, not in NFTs, in nothing, but in a team, it speaks for itself.
Yeah,
I'm happy to get on any stage with my team members and be compared to any other project on any other chain that does something similar. The output is actually amazing, and it's not me doing it. It's hardworking people that kept believing in me and that never gave up despite all the hurdles and the struggles. And actually, we everybody in the community, by the way, should give a big shout out to them, because I'm taking the bullets when people want to shoot me. I'm taking the compliments, but they have taken a lot of bullets as well, and they never get the compliments in public.
Did you think that it was going to be this much of a struggle, or that you would have all of these hurdles when you first started this project?
Well, if I would have known it, I would never have started it. However, I'm glad that I didn't know it, because sometimes you throw yourself into something without really knowing what you get yourself into. And that's also part of the fun, probably, maybe that's the adrenaline I need. Initially, we started out with an idea to do something in other metaverses. We didn't have any ambition to build what we have built now. So if you go back to our early days, we grew organically with new team members, new community members, successes, and it grew into something that we initially didn't plan. It got way bigger. And when we discussed the idea at first, well, let's try to build something ourselves, everybody told me I was completely crazy. And I think to a certain degree, you have to be a little bit crazy, because everybody in his right mind wouldn't do this. And it's fun and it's hard. And, no roses without thorns. That's probably the definition of what we're doing. But I sincerely think that we can do something really good for the community, that there is a lot of potential. And I don't know. Sometimes I try to be realistic, I don't crazy numbers and crazy ideas for the future. I don't know. We're just taking it step by step, and we keep going. We definitely have a roadmap internally. We know exactly what we want to do. And with the team that is with me now, the people that didn't give up, the people that stick around, we're capable of building anything. The only thing
Yeah,
we need is time and money. Those are the only things. And if you have the right people, you can do anything. And I think we've proven that.
absolutely. No, I think that you have as well. And honestly, if it was easy, you would have gotten bored. So there's that. I wanted to get back though to the builders. Two things on that. Can you use a Mac to build in Expectorverse using Real Engine 5 or PCs only?
Yeah, for now, PC only.
Okay.
There might be a couple of solutions. Either, yeah, I know. Well, AAA
I'm
games.
always left out.
Yeah, well, you should get yourself a decent PC. It's not that expensive. But yeah, well, for now, those are the limitations. Some other things that we need to look into is how are we going to get more people in? Well, one is by driving excitement, but I also think that getting ourselves onto the Epic Game Store is something that could be huge. Maybe we have to leave out crypto to get on Steam, but we could do like a two-system version where we have a more centralized system where Web2 people can easily onboard and slowly get them into Web3 and the blockchain part. But if we are able to finalize the discussions with Aaron from Futureverse, I am pretty confident that we will be participants in the Readyverse ecosystem, and that will get us onto Steam and I will drive the much needed traffic, and it's sharing of an audience. We will have multiple people building virtual worlds all in there, and that's something that might be a game changer as well. On the other hand, we still have our omni-chain strategy, multi-chain, omni-chain. I don't know what it is. Actually, I prefer to call it omni-chain, but we have been integrating multiple chains before: Flare, HBAR, XDC, Ethereum. But currently, we're looking into some more gaming-focused chains that make it easy to onboard as well. ApeChain, of course, due to our special relationship with the Bored Ape community and Yuga Labs. And then we have Binance Smart Chain also already integrated. I can't tell you more about the exact plans with that. Okay. It could be a virtual world with multiple nations where each nation is tied to a specific blockchain, where we actually leverage the competition and the tribalism between chains to outperform each other, a possibility. Or we could, in the future, offer people the option on which chain they want to hold their assets. With the burn and reissue mechanism, we could use layer 0 technology to have assets that move on different chains. But I think it's time to open the floodgates and to really focus on getting more people in there. And how do we do that? Well, by doing a couple of things that are on our roadmap. Steam or Epic Game Store, multiple chains, and so on.
You know what I would like to see for a person like me who is not going to end up really being a builder and who wants to hire a builder is to actually have a marketplace where I can connect to builders.
Oh, yeah. So that's something that we are setting up now. So if people want to build, well, the Access Builders Academy, we have tutorials, we have documentation, we have a dedicated Discord channel. And there are quite a few that are already start working for individuals to do custom builds. You can find whoever you want, of course, but people that went through the academy, they exactly know how to use the EDK, the Environment Development Kit. They know about polycount and meshes and all that stuff to optimize everything. And they are probably the ones that are most efficient to get some work done. Or in-house or long-term partner that does 3D development. Georgie and his team, also a big shout out to him. They actually do commissioned work as well. So we can connect you with those people. You're always invited. We should have a Jenna HQ, whatever. And Joe should have his legal firm in there somewhere.
Yes. No? Yeah. Especially because he deals with a lot of crypto. And then he also has the other idea that he's got to connect with you, which brings me to the next one. Are there going to be live events or any coming up in Expectorverse?
Yeah, so step by step, Jenna. Let's first
Okay,
get
all right.
let's get the land populated. Let's get some more features in there. People can already. We have a partnership with BWT Alpine, the Formula One team. People can already buy in-game assets as cars, for example, Alpine cars. They can race them on the Alpine racetrack and visit the Alpine HQ. We have a 3D chess game. We will do scavenger hunts.
Great.
So it will get more fun over time and more attractive, especially as the independent builders start doing stuff. I don't really need to focus on all those different IDs. We have Earthlings Music that has its building in there. They will do something with music. They will do something with concerts and whatever. So it's not about, we take the grassroots approach. It's easy when you have a lot of money to pay big brands to get them in and to use their IP. We were lucky that we could get something done with Alpine, and it didn't cost us a lot of money. So tying those bigger names is important. However, I think that if you have lots of individuals creating lots of their own stuff, their own IDs, then it becomes really interesting. Otherwise, we will have Main Street with McDonald's, Burger King, H&M, Starbucks, and everything will look exactly the same. And we want those brands.
We don't want that. I don't want it to look the same. You want some of that somewhere. Yeah, it's fine. But what am I really going to do in a Starbucks in the metaverse? Pay someone to make a fake coffee? They want you to tip them now.
We have some ideas. We have, by the way, a lady that is from the Carolinas, and she has a coffee company. She actually sells coffee. So she has a small building on Town Square, and you can actually walk through that building and go to the cash register, and you get a direct link to her e-commerce shop. And if you go through the Expectorverse, you get an additional discount as well. So it drives traffic.
I love that.
She might even decide in the future to sell virtual coffee and sell it in Expector tokens. And if you buy a virtual coffee shot, maybe your avatar gets special whatever, we might partner with Red Bull. And if you purchase a virtual Red Bull, you get wings for a while. So everything is possible. So we have lots of ideas, lots of partnerships in the pipeline as well. And anything is possible. We will also help NFT artists and projects to drive traffic to their NFTs and the marketplaces. So we have the token gated clubhouses, the coffee shop where you can order line stuff, e-commerce. We have all the money building where if you walk up to the building, you can actually purchase on the ATM machine all kinds of coins, XRPL coins, with your bank card in a partnership with C14 team. Also pretty cool. All of that is already there. So no promises. Everything has already been built out. And projects that want to showcase their NFTs in an art gallery or whatever, well, we will be linking them to their collection pages on the marketplaces. I hope to have a good call with XRP Cafe and Bids.com as well to see who is most interested in collaborating with us, and we will drive traffic to their marketplaces. The artist will have something to show, and if people are there and they want to purchase the art, they get a direct link to their page on the marketplace.
Sweet. I love it. This has definitely come a long way in the last year. Unfortunately, I slept on getting my land. I was like, I've got time. It's fine. No, that backfired. And so not that I have anything against Tokyo. I'm happy being in Tokyo. But that is, I guess, where I will put my Jenna X Media Studio, unless somebody wants to get me a good rate. If anybody's listening out there in the little beach city, I want to be where the water is. So if somebody out there wants to trade with me, you heard it,
Well, that Marina City is already live, and New York will be going live soon. In New York, there is water as well. We have a team that has been purchasing land plots around Central Park like crazy. They have shown us what they are building. Pretty amazing. So yeah, I would recommend to look into those two regions if you want to be amongst the first. However, I think the floor is pretty expensive already on those plots.
Marina City is. Marina City is definitely the most expensive. Of course, it's where everyone wants to be.
The next region after after the New York going live, we will decide probably for strategic reasons. And afterwards, I think we should consult the community and the landowners to let them choose which regions go live. So yeah, and we have, of course, one of the projects that I should give a shout out to them, BMeta Yachts. They create yachts, virtual yachts, copies, one of real yachts, and they look amazing. It's impossible to resist getting one, by the way. We don't make any money out of it. We are happy to support them completely. And then also very important, Jenna, I have so many things to say. It's too much, you know. We need hours and hours.
I know.
Anyhow,
Well, we could do this again.
After you have purchased your yacht, you should definitely look into what AJ Studios is building. Also an independent builder, an architecture studio from South Africa, close to Cape Town. And they are building the Access Tower, which is a residential tower in Marina City. So if you don't have a plot for your studio, you and Joe might want to have an apartment in the Access Tower for the holidays. And those are in pre-sale now. They will be minted soon.
Okay.
And you can only buy them in Expector tokens. And if you hold Genesis agents, you get a discount as well. All the penthouses are already gone. The deluxe apartments are already gone. They also create very nice furniture sets to get them. So definitely check out AJ Studios. I don't know if you can find them. It would be cool to share their profile as well, because the quality of what they're doing is also super cool.
AJ Studios. And guys, all the links are posted below for Dirk. We do have to hop off soon. Time right now for everything we gotta do. AJ Studios, there's a few of them on Twitter, so I'm not sure which one they are, but if you share something.
Let me see if I can.
I'm scrolling through your page to see if I can find. Oh man, you've been busy. Post a lot.
We've been posting nonstop, you know. We have a lot of content that gets created by the community as well, and that's also you see that there is a lot of traction, which is really important. We have Quantum Realm Studios, for example. They have just released a building where they have I will read one of their posts. You know, we're building the world's most advanced hospital in the metaverse, where top professors. Yeah, this is a cool one, you know. So their ideas, all of those ideas are coming from individual people, not from us, and that's pretty cool. I will see if I can pull up AJ Studios as well. Give me a sec. Yeah, I think that people, and there is so much to do that it's almost impossible to follow. Even if you scroll through our
Whoa, post. I found the yacht. Oh, this is so cool.
Out on the waves of Marina's Bay, Deep Park sails forth, causing FOMO today. First made of the BYG with diamond.
That's amazing.
But if you see the buildings and the yachts in verse, they look great as an NFT, but you have to see them in the metaverse. In Marina City, they have a fantastic HQ, BMeta Yachts, and on one of the docks, there are already a few yachts that are there, and you can actually visit them. This is a render or a screenshot from New York City. We also, for example, you see the guy that, if you click on the picture, this guy, Zips Meta, I think. Apologies if I'm wrong. You see in the small picture, you see the Access Tower in the back, and then you see an advertisement space. So we have companies, small companies, community members that start actually doing business. This guy has bought individual single plots all over the place, and he has put billboards on there, and he rents them out. And we actually have other projects that already collaborate with them and rent advertisement space. So it's just starting.
I have a question. If you have a plot, do you also own the airspace above your plot, or like how high up does that go?
Yeah, well, we have some guidelines regarding the height and the number of plots. Initially, we want to see as much crazy stuff as possible because we want to drive action. It doesn't make any sense to build something too high, whatever. And we will definitely talk to people, individual builders. It's still controllable. So we are in direct contact with each and every one of them. I think in a decentralized metaverse, which we everything starts centralized and you evolve as a company and as a project to something that should be completely decentralized. It's not
Like,
something that happens in 2
what
days.
if I
However,
don't like somebody and I want to buy the plot next to them and block their view and build it up really, really high just to be a dick?
we will see
It's centralized. I could do it.
some people also buy single plots around people where you can see who owns the plot by scanning by going to the land picking page on the website and then look at whatever is possible. I see one comment, one plot 400 stories high. Won't be possible. We have some guidelines. However, I think we shouldn't be the centralized entity that gives those guidelines. So over time, we will probably have not only a builders guild that decides on rules for builders, but I think we should have a landowners guild as well. It could be a DAO, for example, where landowners per region can actually vote in this zone. These are the building regulations there. This is what we're going to do there. And I think that shouldn't come from our side. That's something that landowners should decide upon. And that's also an idea that we have worked out and is coming. But again, I could execute all of my ideas pretty fast if somebody gave me a huge bag of money. For now, we have to work with what we have, and I think we're doing a very efficient, good job.
Yeah, but if you start building first, I feel like you should be grandfathered in, and then like you were already there first.
The ones that are in now, those are the ones that have a huge competitive advantage. They know personally what we're doing. And I think they will be very successful. Let me check if I can look. I would really want you to show AJ Studios.
Let me see if I can find it. Hang on.
Actually, it's me that is running late because my son has music school in about 20 minutes, and it's a 15-minute drive, so I really have to go. But we need to show. This is Earthlings, also very nice. Can you type in AJ Studios in the search? I will tell you which one it is.
Is it AJ or HA?
AJ Studios. Yeah, hit the space. No.
This one?
No. AJ Space Studios. Yeah, the second one, AJ Studios AV. Well,
okay.
Look at what they're doing. Look at the quality. Look at what they have. Well.
Okay. Here, wait, hang on. I'm like all the way down on their page because I've been heavy scrolling. But
look at the insides of the apartments. And so the apartments, the private spaces will be an NFT, and then they have like 3 different furniture options that will be sold as NFTs as well. So you can have your apartment, depending on the size, you purchase an interior package as an NFT, and you can have 3 different interior packages and change your interior 2 days. This is another project, by the way, Quantum Real, that has the Boom Boom Lounge. I don't know what they will be doing in there, but it sounds interesting, no?
It sounds great. Boom Boom Lounge sounds fun. I'm going to say music, entertainment, drinks, good hangout with your buddies. I know Crypto Aries, she's doing a karaoke lounge. That's going to be a great time. But you have got to go. Listen, guys, we have all the links posted below for Expector, to follow Dirk, everything. Thanks so much for coming on.
With pleasure. Thank you. You know what we should tell everybody to do? All the projects or community members that actually want to get on your stream, they have to go to the Expector Twitter or X account. There is a post regarding this interview. They should all repost it and reply to it. We want to be on Jenna's show, and we will make sure that happens.
Absolutely. I will 100% make time to do this for you guys. I am super interested and on board. And I think it's great when everybody comes together, works together. It's how you achieve great things. Love it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, share, retweet. Make sure you follow Dirk. Follow all of the links down below. Until next time. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.